Hi, good morning, everyone. It's Tony here. We are in Cape Town, South Africa. We are here for the 1 week Train the Trainer workshop, and I'm here with one of our participants. Tell us about yourself.
Thank you. I am Lembris from Tanzania, from the University of Dar es Salaam, and I work on the modern data science spatial general model. Yes.
Okay, and in Tanzania, is there a lot of resources in terms of your institution helping you to sort of conduct your research or work?
Yeah, not actually quite many.
Okay,
That is kind of reemerging now because data science is kind of a new field which
okay.
is actually spreading. So we don't have a lot, but people are trying, or the institution is trying to reimagine the data science.
Okay, and then what type of data do you mostly work with?
For me, I mostly work with infectious disease data,
Okay,
just the cases, for instance, malaria cases, dengue
right.
cases,
Okay.
as well as the number of mosquitoes. Yes, that's
Okay, so it's mostly sort of communicable disease, in your case,
yes,
malaria,
yes,
and there's obviously a number of different plasmodium strains.
yes,
So you collect that data and you store it in your sort of large database set, and then
yes.
you're managing essentially to work with an analysis of that data and making sure that the results are disseminated.
Yeah, actually, what we do is currently we want to develop a model
Okay,
that will be working as a surveillance
okay,
to see or to have the outbreak, to predict the outbreak, like you have the number of cases or the number of mosquitoes.
okay,
So as you have this data, we want to link this data with the climate. And
okay.
then we want later on the system or the model to predict if there will be an outbreak.
I see what you mean. So you collecting the data or the samples around the mosquitoes,
Exactly.
and you basically want to link that to, say, the temperature, the weather patterns in
Presentations.
Tanzania,
Exactly.
and then what you want to essentially is using a large language model or AI
Yes.
to build a system that basically can predict in this time or in this month we're usually going to have an outbreak of malaria.
Exactly. That's what we're doing. Actually, to link the number of mosquitoes with the climate,
Yeah.
then you need to have an early warning system using model. So we are linking the model of the number of mosquitoes with the climate,
Yes.
then to give you an alert in earlier as an earlier one in the 2 month coming or in the 3 month coming.
Yes.
That's what we are doing. Yes.
And that would essentially help the healthcare professionals, the government, and obviously the people to essentially brace for potential outbreaks and health hazard. Okay. And then in Tanzania, what other sort of pathogens do you struggle with?
You mean the mosquitoes or
So, in
whatever?
addition to malaria, do you have a lot of SARS-CoV-2? Do you have a lot of mpox, or do you have HIV?
Actually, we have a lot of communicable diseases. We
Okay.
have there's HIV as you said. We also have dengue, which is
Thank
actually
you. Okay.
it comes out as sometimes it doesn't come frequently. It
Okay.
doesn't happen frequently.
Right.
It happens into sometimes it reemerges into some years, but doesn't happen frequently. Unlike malaria,
Okay.
which actually happen after every rainy season because we have
Oh, okay.
mosquitoes coming out after every rainy season.
Right.
So currently we don't have mpox. We do not have that number of cases for mpox. We had COVID, but now I think the number is a bit down.
Okay. And do you sort of have a lot of outreach program where you actually inform, the community and other institutions about the research and you and hopefully expand, into other pathogens?
Yeah, we have an institution which we call NIMRI, National Institute for Control for looking what is happening in the country.
Okay.
And this institution, they do a lot of research.
Right.
That means wherever that the disease happen or there is an alert, they have to go into the field and then collect or looking what is going on in the field. So
Okay.
we have the institution that is actually working on that throughout the country.
Okay, I see. And then maybe if I can just ask, did you always, come from a computational background? Did you always know that you wanted to, do data analysis? And
Thank you. I had a bachelor in mathematics,
oh, okay,
and then later on I had another master's in is in mathematics, also mathematical sciences.
okay,
Then I went to the academic
right,
to start teaching. Then when I was teaching, then I come across the biostatistical thing.
right.
Then decided to go for another master's in
Oh, wow.
biostatistics. Then when I went for a master's in math statistics, that's when I started looking at because earlier on the place I am from, there was a lot of mosquitoes, and I was
Okay.
like, what is happening with this number of mosquitoes? What is making this number of mosquitoes to emerging? And then sometimes the number of mosquitoes goes down. Sometimes the number of mosquitoes come up, many. So I wanted to start now looking what is making this situation to happen. That's why when I did a Bachelor of Mathematics, then a Master's of Statistics, that's now I realized that, okay, I can actually utilize the data science field
Yes.
and to understand what is going on.
Use science to explain behind, what's
Exactly, yes.
okay, I understand. And then perhaps if we can sort of come to the end of this, I want to ask you, what are some of the challenges you have experienced, whether it's your studies or your current work?
A big challenge? It's not actually a big challenge. That we have a lot of challenge. One of them is having the data.
Okay.
We normally have scarcity of data, and then we also have scarcity when it comes to capacity building in terms
Yeah.
of people. We also have that problem because you can you need to learn something, and then if you are the new in the field,
Yeah.
you just have to start looking where can I learn. So we still have very few people in the field of data science, the field of modeling, and we also have kind of problems in the nature of data that you want. Because if you don't have data, it's hard to do what you want to do. It's hard to make the models.
Yeah, especially with these large language model, you need good data. You
Yes,
need quality data, and you need to be able to collect a variety of data from different regions of Tanzania and obviously
Yes.
collaborate. Okay, and then you're very qualified, and you can obviously have that mathematical background, which facilitates you of trying to predict
Yes.
things like that. And I think maybe talk to some of our young scientists, as you said, there is a lack of skilled individuals on the African continent. So how do you encourage young person to come into the field of science, and what do they need to do to go from undergraduate person to where you are now?
I think one of the things that you need to be passionate
Okay.
because the field is actually very good. The field of data science because it has a lot of applications. So
Yes.
if you are struggling, for instance, to come out to the data science,
Yeah.
nowadays we have a lot of resources like LWAS, like DSI Africa, that they try to link the whole of Africa.
Yes.
Like to provide kind of training.
Okay.
So we have now a lot of resources, online resources. As I said, LWAS is one of them that we can get a lot of resources.
Yeah.
So don't be distracted. Don't stay indoors. Just try. Just keep moving. Just keep looking at the resources. We have a lot of resources nowadays compared to previously. Yes.
Okay, so a good advice for a young person who's starting in the field of science is try to look for resources, study materials online, and get in touch with institutions
Yes.
in Tanzania, in South Africa, across Africa, trying to get mentors to help to sort of pass on the knowledge and attend these workshops or trainings to engage and build that network or community of trainers and trainees, and therefore you can sort of have more opportunities.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay, great. No, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.